Feminine power has the responsibility to set the pace in the relationship with masculinity. Pacing is like boundaries, but in these boundaries that are specifically for any kind of male-female relationship, but moreover for a romantic relationship that seems to be in crisis all the time. Pacing sets you up to live in the present for you, being present for yourself first before anyone else. You've got to take care of you first, otherwise you cannot love others. That's why God says to love others as you love yourself. Healing you is how you love yourself. I spoke about femininity possessing the unique ability to be present and remote at the same time. Pacing is the speed that it happens at. Pacing is how discretion and grace come to life and grow inside you in that sliver of time. All right, you know how a toxic man tricks you in the beginning with speed, high intensity pressure and speed. That's the love bombing. In the beginning, you didn't pace, and that's how you got trapped. You didn't understand that you could or that you should pace the relationship, but you can do it now. It's never too late. It doesn't matter how long you've traveled in the wrong direction. You can always turn around and live appropriately for God. It doesn't matter if you've been married for 5 years or 32. Pacing means there's less intensity of hot and cold. You literally put your life in slow motion so that you can see the drama before it starts. It dials down the frenetic energy that's been surrounding you because you're living in a trauma bond. You know what frenetic energy feels like? It's the butterflies you feel that you think are good and exciting. When you slow everything down, you get to evaluate everything because now you can see everything. People say an out-of-body experience, and that I'm guessing is sort of what people are describing. I think they're talking about the feeling of a sensation. Because when I learned this kind of pacing, it was actually not an out-of-body experience, but rather being completely and fully present inside my body. It's heightened awareness. When I was taking line dancing, I needed to slow the video way down so that I could not only see at a slower rate, but you can also, if you know the basic step, you can anticipate the next move. In being married to a dangerous man, you do know the next move because you've experienced the same pattern for years. You just didn't know it as a pattern because of the speed of the conflict. So think of pacing that way. You can slow it down as much as you want, or you can even pause. It's whatever you need. Just remember, it will feel awkward, but let it happen because it's what you need. Pacing creates the space for you to begin to make new patterns in your life for you. The traditional Christian teaching about marriage and the masculine interpretation of 1 Peter 3 is about the wife bearing the responsibility of the marriage to make the man a better husband. The man is the one who has sinned. He's the one who has disobeyed. But that disobedient man is going to get turned around through her behaviors and actions. See, they've made the outcome of whether he stops sinning or not dependent on her behaviors and actions as her role in wifery. They've made the man center stage by interpreting him as the main subject. Peter's actually talking to wives about themselves. His discourse has nothing to do with a disobedient husband. When you interpret 1 Peter 3 as a feminine embodied creature, you'll understand that Peter's instructing us wives how to live your life outside the roles in marriage while staying married to your husband who is at his worst at this moment. Or if you discover he's a wolf when you thought he was a sheep.